Khabib Nurmagomedov, the UFC lightweight champ, has made it official. We have seen the last fight from him. He will retire now, guys. This is a post he put up on Instagram. As a shot here with UFC President Dana White. He said it was a good dinner with some great people. Dana White, thank you so much, brother, and the entire UFC team for the opportunity to prove myself. You guys have changed many lives forever because of this sport. Dana, I'll never forget your attitude towards me. My father did not forget, and my sons will remember you. Today, there was a real conversation between real men. Also, thank you to all team, sparring partners, and all fans. I hope you will accept my decision and understand me. So, Paul, what's your take on all this? It's sad to see him go, but it's understandable.
Yeah, of course. The man has done it all. He's defended the belt. He's reigned over this division. He's undefeated. He doesn't want to fight anymore. He wants to be with his family and move on and do other things, and I respect that. I've got a lot of admiration for Khabib. He said he was done, and many people tried to pull him back in, putting money in on the line, more title fights, bigger matchups, and he's just not into that. That's not what he's about, and he stuck by his guns, and I really appreciate that about him.
Yeah, and that's what we love about Khabib is the fact that, you know, he sticks to his guns. You know, he's a very moral person, and he was able to carry that inside and outside the octagon, was a beast inside the cage. I mean, he redefined that position on the ground and pound position. I mean, he's just completely redefined it. When guys get on the ground with Khabib, they're like, yeah, there's Khabib and there's somebody else. I mean, you know, even when it comes to takedowns, 59 takedowns, really just dominating at that lightweight division, was a true specimen, and he's going to be dearly missed.
Yeah, that is the second most takedowns in UFC lightweight history with 59. But guys, look at that. He only lost 2 rounds in his UFC career. That's 13 fights, 38 total rounds. He only lost 2 of them. Paul, one thing that I do love is the fact that we now have Dagestani handcuffs in the lexicon for fighting. Can you explain what it is? I mean, really, he did leave a lot of a legacy for it.
Yeah, well, everybody, when it comes to the wrestling, you know, take people down, put them up against the fence, beat him up, but the way that he would just wrist control and ride that wrist and then make you, no matter where you want, he'd lace the legs or cuff your hand behind your back. And obviously, we've seen it and other people do it, but that Dagestani handcuff, when he would get a hold of you and he got that, you're not going anywhere. He'd pin people up against the fence and just be, you know, unrelenting with his punches.
Unrelenting as well with that handcuff, and then to talk trash on top, and not even talk trash, but I guess narrate what's happening to his opponents. And that was the thing that put a little emphasis on wanting them to get up, but it only made it worse. Right. And that was the magic of Khabib.
Of the magic. I mean, but forever, we'll say, send me location. Forever, forever. So thank you, Khabib. From all of us at the UFC, we appreciate you, we thank you, and we wish you the very best as you retire. But now, guys, that means we've got a vacancy in the lightweight division. Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler will fight for the vacant title, reportedly by ESPN reporting this. Rashad, so what do you make of the matchup?
Oh, man, what I make of it? I mean, Michael Chandler came on the scene, and he let everybody know that he's here to stay with an impressive win over Dan Hooker. And just what an amazing athlete and what an amazing fighter. But he's up against a very tough Charles Oliveira, who's been streaking on 8-fight win streak and getting better every single time. And he capped that off with a dominating performance over Tony Ferguson to prove that he's definitely deserving to be in his position.
Absolutely. When you go out there and you do to Tony Ferguson what Charles Oliveira did, you should be in title contention. And the way he went out there, used his wrestling, his striking has really stood out to me. We knew he was a great jiu-jitsu player. We knew he had the submission skills, but to go out there and start using that frame, he's built to be a kickboxer. He's long, he's lean, he's using his knees, he's using his kicks, what he did to Kevin Lee as well, and he's looked absolutely fantastic. And Michael Chandler, as we know, burst onto the scene, coming in from another organization, a former champion himself. It makes sense to me. I like this fight.
Yeah, Oliveira also owns the most submissions in UFC history now. All of them. So that should be an incredible matchup. Rashad, as I said, there's more news, or rather, Paul, I'm going to hit you on this one. ESPN also reporting TJ Dillashaw will be coming back in action, and he will be squaring off with Cory Sandhagen, who we saw here at the Apex just a few weeks ago, absolutely sticking it to Frankie Edgar.
Love this matchup, right? And Cory Sandhagen had that slip up. Aljamain Sterling went out there and did quick work and got him choked out. But since then, I mean, Marlon Moraes, spinning hook kicks we're seeing, the flying knee that he hit Frankie Edgar, but former champion TJ Dillashaw served his time in jail, in USADA jail, and now he's back, right?
Yeah.
And he's getting a huge fight when he comes back, and I think that's justifiable because of the caliber of fighter that he is. If you stick him in there with anybody else, I feel like you're just kind of wasting time in that division.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup is going to be epic. I mean, both of these guys are probably the smoothest in the octagon. You got TJ Dillashaw, who moves so smooth from striking to takedowns and has a lot of power as well, too. But then you have Cory Sandhagen, who showed that he's got a lot of smoothness and trickiness with, like he did to Frankie Edgar with that jump knee. So this fight can go anywhere, and it can. I mean, both of these guys are so talented. I mean, it's just a pick 'em who's going to win. But I love
they've trained together before.
Oh, I didn't know, but they did train together in Denver. That's right.
And I've heard that he was talking about Cory back in the day before anybody even knew who he was, that there was this kid in the gym that was giving him fits.
Yeah.
Well, now they get to settle in the octagon.
Well, Rashad, the question to you, though, TJ was on a 4-win streak before the fight with Henry Cejudo when he was trying to drop down to weight and become a double champion. Yeah, you're okay with him coming back in this position and being this close to re-challenging for a title?
Yeah, I am. I mean, despite what happened, you can't put a guy like this against lesser talent because, if you put him with a lesser talent and it's a close fight or he doesn't, win, then it just ruins that talent and it does ruins where he is. So he has to work back up. And, what he's been able to do in his weight class, being a champion, the run that he's went on before all of that, I mean, it just shows that he definitely deserves to be in this position.
Yeah, and I think that, for Cory Sandhagen, it's an opportunity for him as well, right? You're taking out the former champion potentially. So I think it's upside for the person he's facing as well. It's not like you're just giving him somebody that doesn't want to fight him, like, oh, he served his time, 2 years, he was suspended. I don't want to fight him. It's like, no, this is the former champion. This is somebody that is one of the pound-for-pound greatest to ever do this in the UFC. It's all upside, even though he's coming back after so long.
It's actually kind of the ideal time to take TJ Dillashaw if you can.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.